Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Salem's Lot is one of Stephen King's earliest published books. It's getting a new page-to-screen adaptation starring Pullman. It's now streaming on Max, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Salem's Lot is classic King as he introduces the audience to this small New England town of Jerusalem's Lot, which is also referred to as Salem's Lot and just the Lot. Pullman plays famed author Ben Mears, who comes back to his hometown of Salem's Lot to work on his new book. He's hoping to find closure here after the childhood trauma of losing his parents in a car accident. Salem's Lot is also home to the mysterious Marsden home that comes with its old urban legends and terrors. It sat vacant for years until Straker and Barlow, the owners of a new antique shop, buy it. Now, shortly after Ben comes back into town, a young boy goes missing in the woods. A new string of murders occur, and local teacher Matthew Burke, who's played by Bill Camp, believes it to be the work of vampires. The film also stars Alfre Woodard as the local doctor and coroner, and John Benjamin Hickey as the town's priest, Father Callahan. Now, this is the third adaptation of Salem's Lot after a TV miniseries in 1979 and another TV miniseries in 2004. Now, there's also a sequel movie thrown in there too. Now, this new movie was written and directed by Gary Dauberman, who also wrote the screenplays for the recent adaptation of Stephen King's It. He's very familiar with this territory, and is a reliable choice at bringing a new outlook on Salem's Lot. Stephen King fans know that this film has been stuck on the shelves for quite some time now, thanks to COVID and kind of just this change in distribution from it being a theatrical release to it being a streaming exclusive movie for Max. It's a shame, as I do think it's one of the stronger, adaptations out there compared to some of the more recent ones like Firestarter, Pet Sematary Bloodlines, and The Stand. Dauberman respects the material and keeps it set in the 1970s as opposed to just trying to modernize it to current day. He does a nice job of, easing us into King's world. This will look familiar as there are plenty of King's, staples present. From that main character being a writer, to the small town, to the crop of children who were all terrorized by this unknown force. Pullman broke out onto the scene with Top Gun Maverick. It was a really smart choice as Ben Mears. He has that kind of all-American, good-natured look to him. Bill Camp is always reliable at bringing kind of a strength but gruffness to his characters, and that applies here. Once his character connects the murders to the vampires, the film then kicks into hyperdrive with its pacing. Dauberman moves away from the character building and the emotional stakes to just focus on jump scares and the vampire attacks. Now, as a King lover, I know that there's a deeper emotional connection at stake for Ben Mears that I think falls to the wayside. I would have loved to have seen more from the supporting characters, including Dr. Cody, Father Callahan, and Straker. You have strong actors here that can only do so much with this screenplay and what they're given. Dauberman keeps this a classic vampire story with its tropes of using crosses, holy water, and sunlight to fight back. The vampire sequences are executed well with how they're staged. Barlow appears in really quick sun flashes, and the other vampires, move quickly with force with their teeth flared out. The book is meaty, which is why we previously saw this as two TV miniseries to tackle it. Dauberman and his editor keep this kind of a rich Reader's Digest version of the story. It's as lean as possible to keep King's 1975 book relevant to today's fast-paced moving audiences. I wonder if he too wishes that he could have made a longer, more complex movie. I am still giving Salem's Lot 3 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have some other movie reviews, some celebrity interviews, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment here on YouTube or on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. What have been some of your favorite Stephen King adaptations? What's your favorite Stephen King book? Leave me a comment if you're here and excited about Salem's Lot. And then go to my website, paulstriptomovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Salem's Lot. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.